Yo, what's up, and welcome to episode 191 of the 30% podcast. I go by a fine African man, aka Afam. My co-host is Uncle Sam, the taxman, Are, and today we are on the set.
Not on the set, no.
Of the 30% podcast.
Yeah. This is our set.
It is our set, a Kenyan music industry podcast where we talk about the nitty-gritties of the Kenyan music industry. We started this platform because we want to see Kenyan artists paid more and played more, and just because we wanted to just talk more about what's going on a day-to-day. Sam, what's up?
You've made me public enemy number one. No
What?
one likes
Oh, yeah. No, you're the tax
No one
man.
likes taxes.
He's the tax man with the fax man who produces the tracks, man.
Hey, yo, you know what? I
Nah,
forgive
you
you for
produce
that.
the tracks, man.
The
Kwanza
tax man with the fax man who produces the tracks, man.
And then you released a project this week, which we'll get to. So yeah, you do be
I
releasing
produce
the tracks, man.
The tracks, man. I'm not a tracks man. I'm a tracks man.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man.
All right, man. Yo, what's going on, man? What's going
You
on?
always do that. I always ask you what's going on, and then you flip it back on me.
Oh no, but it's like, do you know what it is? It's like, you know, when people, and it's a pet peeve of mine. When you go out and then people are like, "Hey, yo, what's up? How you doing?" Bro, you don't even wait for me to say how I'm doing. So that's kind of how I've internalized that. And so whenever anyone asks me how I'm doing, I just automatically assume that that's just like saying, "Hey, wesh."
Well, I wish. I want you to know our relationship is deeper than
It's
that.
about to get sappy. Yeah. Okay, yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. I'm doing well, man. I'm not doing well. I'm tired. My back hurts.
Why?
I don't know,
From
man.
carrying this podcast.
No. No, maybe. No, my back hurts from I don't know what it is. I think it's stress. I think it's stress and lack of sleep. What's stressing me though? No one knows. I don't even know. But apart from that, it's just coming off a busy weekend. A
Busy.
busy weekend. Very minimal sleep. But yeah, we got into some really cool stuff, and then actually last night was the
Oh yeah, I think maybe that's why, because everyone slept late yesterday because of watching World Cup.
watching.
Such a boring game.
Absolutely.
Can I just be honest,
dreadful.
Sam?
I'm so disappointed. I'm disappointed.
No, I'm happy
I'm sad.
that the World Cup is over.
Okay, yeah. We can go back to
I'm
regular
genuinely happy the World Cup is
regular
over.
resting hours.
Like, and this is the sentiment that we had. We like in the beginning we were like, the World Cup is kind of mid, and then we were like,
got
oh
good.
wait, it's picking up a little bit, and then
it picked.
then now I'm just like,
it picked at England, France. It picked right before the final.
honestly, I'm happy that it's over.
Yeah, it's done, man. It's done. Thankful. Now we can
The
go
time
back to
difference was horrible. The politics was horrible.
They're freaking panning to the celebrities.
Panning to the celebrities and
I don't
stuff.
want to see what Tiger has to say about things.
FIFA was
me
dodgy.
Messi. I don't agree.
Case in point, in the Egypt game, that was dodgy.
Even England getting to the final, that was dodgy.
They didn't get. You mean the semi-final?
Sorry, the semi-final, yeah.
I don't know if that was dodgy because of FIFA, but like, and then
It's dodgy because the rules are very malleable, and so they're not as strict. And so yeah, there's a lot of that going on. A lot of accusations being thrown.
And then the final being during the day just made it feel not like a final. And then
Do you know that's something new? Sorry to interrupt, but that's something new I realized. Like I didn't realize that matches were being played closer to the night. Like I really thought that guys were playing in the day. So when everyone was complaining about it, I'm like, why are you guys complaining about? Isn't this what is supposed to be happening? And
no,
then
it's
I
not. Like
realized
for a final, finals are supposed to be like at night or at that dusk.
7-ish.
Yeah, so that it
7
starts
Eastern.
like. Have you ever noticed like Champions League finals? They always start like you can like during the day, like at the dusk, whatever. But then by the end of the game, it's night. Like that's the best time to like play finals.
That's the best time to watch finals. I don't know whether it's the best time for them to play finals. Oh, because it's cool, maybe.
Okay, that's what I meant. Yes, to watch finals.
Sorry.
But yeah, like honestly, it's not like It's not like I hate games being played during the day. It just doesn't make it feel like a special occasion. And then also the halftime show and all the hullabaloo
Big dog, I
around
didn't
the whole
see
thing was
none
so
of that.
boring.
I didn't watch the halftime show.
I slept.
I
I slept. I was like, yo, I'm tired, so I'm going to sleep for these 30 minutes and then wake me up.
after.
Yeah, that was me, man.
I'm not trying to see Shakira and Burna Boy in the middle of a football
Or
match,
Ronaldo
dog,
and Ronaldinho.
driving a car,
But then I
whatever
missed
it
that
was.
whole part because me, I was asleep. Man, I only saw people talking
Yeah,
about
man.
it
Hey,
afterwards.
We're done with that. We are done with
Finished.
hydration breaks. Thank you, Lord. We can go back to watching just straight football, 2 halves. None of this 4-half American business.
Don't assume football's. Never mind.
Yeah, but so that's that's that.
And Trump trying to
Of
like
course.
take the limelight.
Hey, of course, man. He has. That's his thing. His thing is Mr. Celebrity. He's a celebrity president, really, is what he is.
Really, he is.
Yeah, but so that was done. I mean,
Shout
congratulating
out.
Spain. Congratulations to Spain for that was
And
such
Lamine, I
a
guess.
nothing match, man.
Another pet peeve of mine
Stop
was
calling him
Lamal.
Stop it.
Yo, did I text that to
Stop
you?
calling him. No, but stop.
Why was
I
Peter
felt-
Drury like? Listen, honestly, I love Peter Drury, but why are you
He
calling
was
him
calling him,
Lamal?
and then there are a few times where he'll call him Yamin Lamal. And I'm
Why
like,
are you calling him Lamal?
bro? You're like the best at
bro,
this. How are you messing
Not
up?
like he is the best at this. This is the only time I've ever like been so upset.
I almost turned Spotty TV on and watched their commentary.
because I was just like, who is Lamal?
He kept saying it too,
Lamal?
and no one corrected him. Is it like the goat? Like, you know how Messi is the goat, and
And
no one ever
people are
tackles
too
him. No
scared
one
to
ever
tell
does.
him,
Yeah,
like,
no one ever
yeah.
tells him anything. Maybe that's what that is. 'cause
Peter
that's
Drury,
ridiculous.
this is why you don't need yes men around you.
Advising Peter Drury on a podcast
I know,
about the
that's
Kenyan
crazy.
industry is funny, man. But no, so that was that. Shout out to them. Messi went out a little bit sad. It was terrible, but Messi is surrounded by mannequins. Woolworth,
And not very
LCY
likable.
Kiki mannequins.
And not very likable people.
They're all
The
thugs,
whole
man. I'm done with Argentina.
The whole Paredes thing was crazy. You saw after the game how he was
No, immediately
manhandling
the
Gavi.
match
Was it
ended. I
Gavi?
turned it off.
Somebody
and
was
sleep.
they were beating up on some youth.
Beating up is crazy. Beating up makes it sound worse than it actually is.
No, but they really were. No, like
beating up.
No, it was physical, like a real
Oh, that's
physical.
crazy. I know that Rodri and someone were fighting. I saw it. Anyway, I'm glad that's over, man. It's cool. But yeah, now the torch has been passed. Let's see what Yamal does the next 20 years, and Cristiano as well, because he's never going to stop.
Speaking of things that have come and passed, we did a live podcast, man.
Segue King.
We are on the other side.
Yeah, man.
We are on the other side of having done a live podcast. Sam, how did you feel?
Well, not fresh off. There's been a weekend in between, but then I was genuinely, I was content when I went home.
Oh, you were content. You were whole.
My
you felt whole.
my heart was full. Your
heart was full. Oh, that's actually so nice and wholesome.
My heart was full. That's why I couldn't come out and attend the evening show. No, but it was really good, man. I mean, it was a bit nervy in the beginning. Like we were both stressing.
Some was stressing more than others.
Some was stressing more than others. Others being up. No, I get nervous in front of people. What do you want me to do? Like, talk,
but that's so weird because, like, even during it, like, observing you had zero nerves. Like, you were literally just the normal Sam that I always interact with.
Yeah,
I think it was completely untraceable. Like, it was. Nerves.
I mean, when we started, and my thing is, I just like to gauge the people I'm talking to, their energy.
Yeah,
and because I'm doing it in front of a crowd, there is less margin for error.
Okay.
I don't know if you get that. So, but once, I mean, Njera was super cool. Of course, we've been...
Shout out to Njera.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Njera was cool. It was a fantastic time. Njera is actually pretty fun.
And shout out to Agnes.
Yeah, and Agnes, of course, we've been Agnes. So I wasn't like nervous in terms of Agnes because we've been talking to her for the past how many weeks? And so
like a month and a half.
Yeah. Dang, it's been a long time planning.
I kind of have like because we've been planning this for like a month and a half.
Are you sad?
Yeah, there's like a hole, like because it's not like
a Spotify Greasy Tunes shaped hole in your heart.
You know what I mean? Because when you're constantly talking to somebody and then all of a sudden it's done, like it's like
dang,
it's done.
Did you break up with Greasy Tunes?
No, we haven't broken up with Greasy, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. No, yeah, I do.
Like
there
was
a surreal feeling when I got home.
Like Wednesday 3:30, I'll be like, oh. Right now, we would have been doing.
on Saturday. So this coming Saturday, you'll be like, dang.
Oh, a time like this last week.
A time like this.
That
No,
reminds
but
me of
yeah,
high
it
school.
was good. Like it was very good.
Yeah.
The turnout was amazing. Thank you guys for showing up. It was very cool. You guys were cool as well. A lot of eyeballs in like. I tried my best to focus on Jerry and them because when you turn to the crowd, everyone's just like looking at you. I'm like, hey, yo, why are you guys looking at me like that?
Such a weird experience, man. Just having people looking
Just
at you.
looking and waiting for you to say things.
Expectantly.
Waiting for you to say things. Yeah, but no, you guys came out. It was a really good show. Kicked it with a couple of people after. Some friends, some family, supporters. Thank you guys so much. Njerai, amazing. Thank you for your knowledge. Thank you for being open. I think a lot of artists come up there and they're superstars, but then she was like chill and she was cool. So thank you for that. I really do hope that someone would listen to that and like figure themselves out. In terms of the content though, I do like how it sort of panned out. Being more of like, especially with Njerai, being more of like an A/B, like before and after sort of session on how you operate before you get signed to a label and what you need to do, and then after a label how you need to move. So like she gave really good gems on that, and so that is a really good, at least for artists who are starting out and really want to get to that place where she is. So check it out, man. Thank you guys for coming again. Thank you for Spotify. Thank you to Spotify for having us up there. It's great. Hopefully we can do a lot more with you guys. And
no, for sure. No. Like I genuinely really thankful for the people who turned up, man.
Yeah.
And also the messages have still been coming in, you know, people just saying in the DMs just like how like we should keep going and how this is such a good thing. And then also at the end there, like when Agnes kind of just went ahead and just kind of like said some really nice stuff about the podcast and listening to the podcast and why you and I need to keep on doing this. I didn't expect her to do that. That was really like dope. You know what I mean?
Cool. That's cool.
Those are some of those things that like keep you going, you know, even if it like gets really tough sometimes creating.
Just talking about the Kenyan music industry stuff.
Just like producing something in general is kind of tough, but yeah,
it was fun, man. It was super fun. It was a good day. We were early. Show started a little bit late, but that's fine because it gave more people the opportunity to show up. If we started on time, we would have been putting to approximately 3 people. So
approximately,
it might have still been a good show, but just not as. It would
have been a different vibe. I wanted to say, so you guys will be able to watch that and listen to it, but it's gonna probably come out around a month after you're watching this right now. So we'll let you know. I think we'll release it as a special.
It is, yeah. It won't be part of the
edition of the podcast.
Yeah, it won't be part of the numbered episodes, at least the way we've been numbering them. Yeah, but it's our first live show. Let's give it a unique identity.
And I had a lot of people were like, "Yo, you guys should do that again."
Soon come, maybe.
Oh, wait, is that something you're promising the audience?
No. I don't even know why I said soon come. It's not yet coming. We're planning it. Soon plan. Soon plan. I mean, it'll be cool. We'll figure that out and see how best we can go about that. Because it'll be just nice and having a lot of conversations like that. It'll be just cool, like having a bunch of people like our friends on there just doing a podcast, kicking it, and guys with really strong opinions, preferably.
Yeah.
So that we can fight and argue on stage for your viewing pleasure.
For your viewing pleasure. No, yeah.
Yeah.
But
what's going on?
That was sick. Yeah. Okay. So, there's been some controversy. There always is. So I don't know if you guys know, but you guys might, because I feel like our audience would overlap with like the Ongeza Volume audience, etc. But if you guys know Khalayi, she's a journalist. She usually covers events and stuff like that. And she's been creating like some really compelling content online. And I say compelling because it gets the people going. It gets the people like
definitely
talking.
Going in the comments section.
And it's divisive. So recently she released a video where she said, actually, you know what? Let me play it, and then we're gonna talk about. Well, she did 2 videos. One was the obvious one. What's the Kenyan sound?
Yeah.
And the other one is actually the one I want to talk about, which is about albums and consumption. So let me just
Kenyan
play
artists,
it
stop
right
making
now.
albums. Seriously, most people aren't going to listen to them anyway. Now, before y'all come for me, hear me out. Imagine spending 2 years making an album, 2 years writing, recording, re-recording, paying for studio sessions, perfecting every little detail, only for people to listen to one song, or maybe two, then move on. That's not because your album is bad. It's because that's how we consume music
is
today.
sad.
Streaming has changed us. TikTok gives us a 15-second snippet. Spotify recommends one song. Instagram pushes another. Before we know it, we've experienced an entire album without actually listening to the album itself. And that's why I think more artists are releasing EPs. Not because albums are dead, but because they're adapting to how people actually listen to music today.
Okay.
Albums are still
You disagree, you
beautiful.
disagree.
They are how artists tell stories. They are how they take us on a journey. But babe, come on, journeys only work if people actually stay for the ride. So here's my question to you. When was the last time you listened to a Kenyan album from track 1 all the way to the last song? And be honest.
Last week. No, the week before that.
Which album?
It's more common.
Wait, which album?
I don't remember the name. I guess I'm proving a point.
Okay,
guess
no,
I'm proving a
okay,
point.
but this has okay. Actually, let me read a bunch of comments.
No, I did. No, it was actually
you-
today. It was today.
Huh?
A release for today.
This is I want to say it's the Halisi.
No, New Funk.
Oh, okay. Why did you just wait for me to set myself
Sorry,
up?
man. Sorry, but anyway, let's get into it.
That
Yeah, a
was-
couple of interesting things she said there, hasn't she? She's
let me see. So a lot of the sentiment on the comments was like very
hey yo,
negative.
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of
hush.
people said they listen. I do without skipping. I care about the story the artist wants to tell. That was Sero.
Shout out, Sarah.
I actually do listen to albums from track 1 to 10. Guess we are just a few left. Cardine says, I don't think the word is stop. I think they can do a mix of both. I listen to albums more, actually. Hafare says, this is a terrible take. I cannot even go
You can
into detail
always
here.
count on Hafari to just say it like
But
that.
you have
man.
basically devalued an entire body of work because you don't have the patience to sit with the project.
No chill whatsoever.
And
I like it.
a lot of comments were,
Yeah, there's a
were
lot of
along the
anti.
same
There's a
lines.
lot of anti.
What do you think?
Sort of anti. I think her thesis is great. I think I don't want us to get to a place where we are I'm on the other let me start saying this. I'm on that side. I'm on the side of the people saying like, yeah, I do know that albums are not as listenable to. They don't have as much listen value, if that's a thing, because of the trend of music. So music is trending towards shorter songs. It's trending towards more viral style content, shorter projects. Is trending towards all of that. Basically, easily digestible music, easily digestible art. And the only reason I believe it's trending towards that case, and I don't know whether you agree, is because of technology. I think technology has created an avenue where things are. I mean, she talks about TikTok on there, just giving a 15-minute snippet. 15-second snippet. It's because of It's because of TikTok that people are doing that. Spotify and them, in order for you to be on the algorithms, your stuff has to get played constantly, and people are not going to play 15-minute long songs with intros and outros and one break and bridge. No, they want to get the meat of the song in like 1 minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds at most these days. And so it's all technology that's bringing all of this to us. And so now the question is, are we okay? Is it okay for us to be shaping art to technology rather than the other way out?
Okay, and then also in addition to that, I feel like that what you've said is true and applies across the board, like internationally. But also, as much as things have progressed technologically and people are consuming shorter and shorter content, in Kenya, album consumption has just never really been the way we consume music. So I feel like there's two things that artists are fighting against.
Is that true?
It is true.
People do release albums, man.
There
People
is
love releasing albums in Kenya.
That's not what I
It's all
said.
about albums.
That's not what I said.
Oh, what did you say?
People release albums and people consume albums, or Kenyans consume albums.
Okay, it's just not how
but that's not
people
that's not
primarily.
that's not how people primarily are used to consuming albums in Kenya.
Yeah.
Albums have been there, but there's no way you can tell me an artist like Major can release his debut album in 2026 and tell me that's not a symptom of what we exist in.
Yeah, but that's just one artist.
That's one of our biggest artists that commands a really huge market space of who or consumption space of what people listen to and what people have been drawn to, like in the past, or just like historically in the Kenyan music scene, right? And it's just like a fact. Kenyans, and this is the thing though. Okay, the first comment is from Sero, and Sero is somebody who makes music.
Just released an album, actually.
Right?
Yep.
But I feel like the overall sentiment or the overall like we don't, like, you're wrong and like we do listen to albums. I feel like that's such a consumer facing sentiment. As a creator of projects, as somebody who makes music, you know the pressure of releasing an album and nobody listening to that stuff. Like, and people people in the comment section are mostly consumers and won't look at it from the other perspective. Like what Khalayi said is so true, because you spend so much time and effort creating projects that people do not gravitate to. Now, where I disagree with Khalayi is that's not a reason for you to stop creating albums. That's just that's kind of like an overreaction.
Okay.
We're not gonna stop making.
Overcorrecting.
You're just overcorrecting at that point. We can't stop creating albums because the consumers aren't listening to them. What we need to do is figure out how to make it interesting for a consumer to look at an album and say, "Alright, I'm gonna consume this like from top to bottom."
Yeah, but if you think about that, our options for that are limited, aren't they? I mean, what else? Just brainstorming. What else could you possibly do to make an album more palatable?
You just have to make it easily accessible.
Because everywhere that but everywhere that people are consuming albums, everywhere that people are consuming music, it's being colored in a the algorithms and technology is making it seem like we don't need to listen to really long things, really long songs.
And that's
really
true.
long.
That's true.
Yeah, but then when you do that now, see, as an album is considered like a body of work, and technically it's like one long song with like different parts, right? And just in terms of like an idea put together by different songs. That's always going to be on the losing side, for the most part, on the losing side of the technological advancements that we have today. It's always going to be. Even reviews are much quicker these days.
Yeah.
Everything is really fast. And so,
which is why I'm saying like Kenyan artists are fighting two battles. You're trying to convince an audience that hasn't historically come up via listening to albums to listen to albums, and then now that you're actually doing it is when the technological thing is happening where people are listening to more short form content.
Yeah.
So it's like you're fighting two battles. And then I will say this. I've just thought about this right now. I feel like consumer habits for like music and stuff like that is also a representation. It's also there is a correlation with class as well as accessibility. I feel like a lot of people might not have had the resources to listen to albums like fully, like because you'd have to either own like a vinyl or a CD player type thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? and not just rely on radio and stuff like that. And then also things like Spotify were only really made accessible to us
couple years ago.
like a couple years of years ago.
Yeah.
And people like me, I feel like I was privileged because I had a laptop and I was able to like piecemeal things together for myself, like download like stuff like that. I feel like not everybody had access to listening to albums like just coming up.
Yeah.
Like I feel like back in the day, you listened to music how it found you, which was like you're listening to stuff that on TV, like via KBC or The Beat, or you're listening to stuff on radio. Like it's stuff that's pre-curated for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like the reason why we consume the way we do is that's the reason why. It's because that's how we've come up, or a lot of Kenyans have come up listening to music.
Hey, Wesh take. That's a W take, I think.
Yeah, and so I think sometimes we lose track of like, okay, but what is everybody in Kenya like experiencing? Sometimes we feel like the Nairobi experience is representative of everyone's experience. Right? Because I can't just come here and say no, but yeah, me, I was exposed to listening to albums and I listened to Nevermind by Nirvana and stuff like that, and it's cool and I love listening to albums, but I don't know if that's representative for everyone.
Yeah. And what you're right, because what we can't do is now come again and whitewash it like what she's done. What she's done is whitewashing. By whitewashing I mean like it's painting with a broad brush is what they say. Where like, so everyone, because a certain group of people are not or because things are trending away from the album, so everyone should stop making albums. No, you can't tell that to creators. Again, that's from a consumer standpoint. You can't tell that to creators, right? So creators are always going to create. Now, albums are an important part of the music creating experience.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a single artist, like let's talk about Major, for example, or maybe even Nyashinsky, right? They've released singles for a long time, and it's just Nyashinsky's first album was during the pandemic. After how many years in the industry?
How many albums does he have? Just that one?
He has two now.
Two now.
So yeah, Lucky You and Yari. So and then a bunch
how
of
many
EPs
albums does Bien have?
Bien solo?
Solo. It's just going to be Alusa.
It's just Alusa, right? That's the first one.
And then the stuff and then Midnight Chain
and then everything else is with Sauti. So
okay, if those are our premier acts, like well into like
it definitely
their
reflects,
prime as artists.
Yeah, I think
they're not like prioritizing
albums,
releasing albums. But it's a reflection of,
but then it's just
of the industry we live in.
I don't want to make the mistake of yes. So it could be true where some of our biggest artists are holding off the album in favor of doing other things, releasing singles and more short form pieces of work. But then I do but it's almost like when I look at the rest of the industry, it's almost like the rest of the industry is just as a new artist, people just want to drop albums. Oh, what are you doing? I'm working on an album. Like almost every artist you talk to would say that I'm working on an album. So I think it's not just one. We don't just take what one group of people is doing and make it the law for everybody. Because now we talked about this from the consumer side, from the artist side, right? From an art, you didn't release singles. You dropped a project first. It's not an album. It was an EP.
Yeah.
But you are geared towards releasing a body of work rather than, and that's what a lot of people do. I think, like I was saying, the album is an important part of the music experience, both listening and creating, and so I don't think it's as easy as, things are trending in this direction, so let's stop doing albums and let's just do singles.
We agree there. Like what you're saying, I completely agree with you. Like I don't think Kenyans should stop making albums.
Make better ones.
Make better albums, make more cohesive albums, but also market them in the space that you exist in. Okay, Kenyans aren't really, you know the fact that Kenyans aren't really drawn to albums. But we also know, so this is the thing. You just know that there's certain facts, right? Kenyans aren't in general. Like I'm not being specific. In general, Kenyans do not typically listen to albums. That is true. But also what's true is being an artist and releasing a body of art that's cohesive is a very important thing to do. Those two statements exist
Yeah.
concurrently. So the thing is, how do you find a middle ground? Right? And for me, I think it's okay. What are we doing for the rollout? Maybe in other markets, people will release 3 singles and then they lead up to the album. Maybe in our market, let's release 5. And maybe they're releasing 3 singles for a project that has 12 songs. You release 5 singles for a project that also has 12 songs. So that you're also catering to that itch that Kenyans have to listen to singles, but you're still leading it up to a project. And stuff like that. Like that's just like such a surface level like
Solution,
example. But like both things are true. We need to figure out how to make it more, and then also just accessibility, right? Not everybody has Spotify and stuff like that. So right now, where would the average Kenyan listen to an album, or how would they listen to an album?
I don't know. Back then, you know what I realized back then, and I bought a couple of albums off like Mook, like back then, where guys would like put their albums on there. Of course, it's not as popular as today. One of the things I think we struggle with is marketing. People, since we don't have a modern example of like very well marketed albums here. Maybe some, right? But it's not a very common thing. Like you would see in other industries, right? A lot of people here market albums as singles. Like they give the album such a small window of opportunity, and then it comes and it goes, and that's all.
Yeah.
Right, and so you're treating the album as a single, and I think now that's where we're talking about. Like I think that reflects just our consuming habits as consumers. I think another solution would be to figure out how to make albums more appeal, give albums more appeal. Trust me, it doesn't matter if an album is, and there's different layers to this. The first layer, it doesn't matter if an album is 5 hours long. If it's good and you give people a reason to listen to it, people are going to want to listen to it. So it's all about how you present it. I think we need, that's an aspect that we definitely need to work on, in how we present
For sure.
bodies of work. Like look at what BN did with Alusa, from the album art to just how he's been moving. At least in that window of time when he was before he dropped it.
Yeah.
It gives you hype, even though BN he drops a whole bunch of singles and he has the stuff with Sauti Soul and stuff. But then you get that anticipation of the project, and many of our albums could get that same treatment and probably be still in rotation. It's all perception. I don't think our artists have gotten to a point where we're thinking about it like that. It's usually just very surface level marketing that we do, and so that's part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we agree there. But I did want to talk about something related to marketing, now that you mentioned that. Digital marketing. Do you think digital marketing is a big thing in our industry right now? Especially in the Kenyan music industry?
So on the baseline of it has to be, just because everything is social media now and you have to push everything on social media, it has to be digital. Your marketing has to have the bulk, 50 plus 1% of your marketing has to be digital at this point in time.
So what you said, so there's something that you said that was very interesting, is that we need to rethink the way we are marketing things so that it's not very just like surface level approaches.
Yeah.
You know, one I think a massive surface level approach that we've been doing of late is, all right, I'm just gonna run Instagram ads or Facebook ads or whatever ads.
Yeah.
I think that's surface level digital marketing, and I think the game has really shifted from that stuff. I'm not saying that digital ads or running ads or paid for ads are not
it's part of it.
Are not important.
It's part of it. It's not the whole thing.
It's not the whole shebang, and also and also I feel like if that's all you're relying on, like you wouldn't get like the best returns. So I was watching a podcast by Kristen Robinson. She works for Billboard, and she has a podcast which you guys really like. If you guys are tapped into the music industry, like, and especially want to know what's going on like in the global sense, I really implore you to watch her podcast. And essentially, she had these two guys called Chaotic Good, and they were on there.
Chaotic Good is the company.
Yeah, the Chaotic Good is their marketing company.
Yeah.
So basically, they were on there telling the people. So it was during a South by Southwest panel discussion, and they're telling people like the approaches that they take for marketing. And I'm pretty sure this might be something that people have played around with in our industry, but it was a very divisive like conversation because what they do is, first of all, both of them were artist managers.
Yeah.
And I totally understand where they're coming from because as somebody who has managed somebody and also tried to push my own music, I know how hard it is to get people to pay attention to anything that you're doing.
Yeah, yo, that's not going to lie, that is one of the toughest parts about releasing anything. Putting your art out there is, it's not as I think people have been lied to, thinking that, oh, if my art is good and I just drop it, then a million people are going to flock to it.
Your art being good is 40% of whether it's going to do
I
well.
raise you 30%, man. Like, it's not, it's so little. Like, people, you have to, and that's what I don't like about the industry these days. It's like you just have to do so much more than release art. But
so
anyway.
I wanna find out how you feel about this because I know you have real values and stuff like that. So
I know you have real values.
yeah.
Thank you.
So what Chaotic Good do is essentially they create fake, or not fake, but they create multiple accounts. So multiple accounts on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. And their whole idea is about controlling the narrative. So, for example, BN drops
Ethical botting.
Alusa Continua, for example, right? Immediately it drops, right? He's hired a company that will have 100 accounts on every social
Mad
media
iPhone
platform.
7s, yeah.
Yeah.
In a room.
Like you have on every social media platform dictating what the narrative is. So people will be, so immediately it drops. Or let's say even immediately he even did like his Afro Nation like performance. He'll have a bunch of people saying, oh my God, this is the best show I've been to. Like, I loved how he performed X and X song. And it's a bunch of positive comments. And you know, the sentiment from these guys from Chaotic Good is, the first comment you read on a TikTok comment section is usually what dictates your opinion of the content
so
that you're...
dystopian and it's so sad too. So like it doesn't like suspend all my mental faculties. Oh, if I'm really like this, you know what? It's kind of dope.
So let me ask you, how do you...
So I'm going to treat that as also dope. And then the next person, and then the next person. So
how do you feel about that? Do you feel like it's like we are being manipulated to like content, or do you think it's the game now and it's just the way to cut through all the noise?
It's ethical botting is what it is. It's the goal of what they're doing is to manufacture. One is to control the narrative. Number two is to be viral, right? They want everybody talking, as many people talking about that specific piece as possible. And if that's the goal, then you can't really get angry at how they go about it. I know. I mean, I was reading this. I was actually very mad. I was angry because like we get angry at people botting and buying, you know what, Instagram comments to do exactly the same thing. And so, are we going to champion this the way they are doing it? Because essentially, it's the same exact thing as buying comments.
Okay,
the same exact thing as buying comments. And we keep mentioning this, right? Unfortunately, things aren't as organic as you make them. I mean, as they seem. So if you think that someone blew up overnight, they've probably been working years and years or knew someone in the industry. If something has blown up overnight, it's probably been engineered that way by either a label or they've paid like guys like Chaotic Good to put them up there. So that's the game. That is the game. If you want attention, you have to manufacture attention for you to be sure that it's going to be accepted. The issue comes where it's like, all right, man, like, is this this is social engineering, unfortunately. So that means that we never really like or a very few songs that we like for being viral and stuff, it's never really our own opinion. It's
No.
never really our own. It's and I as a purist man, as leader of the Purist
But-
Boys Club, I don't like that.
The PBC.
PBC makes it sound so bad, man. Yeah, man. As leader of the PBCs, bro, like I just don't like it. Like I don't want to be
That's
told
hilarious.
what to like and how to like it. I want.
But that happens. It happens. But I will say they do have this caveat because they said, so they were asked. So Christine asked them, okay, but are there examples where you guys have pushed something and it actually became viral on TikTok, for example, but that virality didn't
translate to streams.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah.
And so these guys said there's also an element of, yes, this might blow up on the platform, but the music also has to be good. So at the end of the day, people are still making the decision to like music, even if
True.
it's heavily like pushed in front of your face. So there's an element of the music still needing to be good. So it's not like we're completely being manipulated. There's still an element of free
A
will.
little bit of manipulation.
No, there's a lot of bit. A lot of bit.
A lot of bit.
A lot of bit of manipulation, but there is manipulation there.
Yeah.
But this is the thing about digital marketing, right? You guys have to get really creative with it. Creating fun. For me personally, if you ask me, do I feel like what they did is unethical or what they do is unethical or whatever? No, because it's a reality I've existed in for so long.
Did they say that the people who they get to comment and stuff like that, did they say those are real human beings?
No, it's
really bots.
Yeah, it's fake pages.
Hey yo,
It's
big
not
dog.
bots, but like it's fake pages.
Yeah, I don't know, dog.
Because bro,
I don't think the PBC would
the
go,
PBC wouldn't approve.
I don't think the PBC would go for that.
Because okay, as much as it sounds like a crazy thing from a consumption standpoint, as somebody who has been in the music industry for a while, bro, people pay for placements on playlists.
They pay for placements on. I mean,
People have done payola to be on radio.
We're
There's
talking
no
on the day before we had our show on Greasy Tunes. Mr. Yoka was talking about that.
Exactly.
He was like, "Hey, I knew people in the industry, and I just called them like, hey, listen, kuna chai hapa. I have a new artist.
How much?
Exactly.
Like
P-Unit has a new song. What can we do? You know."
People have been paying for their music to reach your ears forever, right? It's just the game is always going to change. So do I think it's unethical? Fine, yes. But is it something that I wouldn't do? I would tinker with it for sure. Because ultimately, like, guys, how in an industry where 100,000 tracks are being uploaded every week or whatever the thing is.
You need something that's going to put at least a little bit of light on you.
And the art has to be good. The music has to be good. The videos, the visuals have to be good. They have to be compelling. But that's not enough. And if you're sitting at home thinking that that's enough, then I have news for you. You're going to be depressed. No, you're gonna be.
That's so serious. Depression.
You are going to release. You're going to release music and be very sad that your great music is doing not well. I have been there recently.
And then go back to your career, your degree.
I've been there. I know. Paying for placements on things or even bartering trade. Like now, listen. I'm not telling you guys to be completely unethical with the way you go about things. I'm just saying...
Just be a little bit unethical.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Bend the rules. Don't go all the way and break them, but bend the rules where it's still... there's a gray area. Because that's what the digital space is. Even the digital ads that you take for YouTube and stuff like that, I think they're dodgy. Because sometimes you pay for... And I've paid for digital ads from YouTube... And the way the views and the comments they come, it's too scientific. It's too exact. It's too exact for them to even be... I think even these big platforms are also doing unethical things in terms of generating... Because when you pay for ads, they have to they always give you a range of how many impressions and stuff that you get and stuff like that. Right, but I think it's impossible to guarantee things.
That's because it's
without
very,
manipulating them somehow.
it's very static, and that's because it's just zeros and ones. Like at the end of the day, there's not much you can do with that sort of medium. If you're talking about like having it's now even way more unethical. Like the sweatshops in Vietnam and China and them, right? Like if you look at it in that way, where there's actual people doing work, and the stitching is just like, it's not going to be similar. It's just a little bit of stitching here or here. It's going to be different in some way, and you do it in that way where you actually have people who are going to. And I think you can actually. I've been with people who have paid for. Like you can go on websites and pay for like human beings
to create your merchandise, and then you ship it back. And
I'm even talking about like commenting, like human beings. Like it's just a whole bunch of people.
This,
so it's not like bots.
What's the platform? Submit Hub.
I don't know why 5-minute crafts came to my brain.
Submit Hub.
Submit Hub is one of them. What's the other one?
That's the same thing.
Yeah, or Fiverr or something like that.
Fiverr right? as well.
Yeah, like, so you can actually like pay actual human beings to like just go and comment, like pay them like 50 cents or something.
And what's the difference with using bots and
there's no difference because they don't really care.
They don't
care about the music. And bots don't care about the music because they can't care because they have no emotions and no hearts. But it's... The purists will say it's very unethical. I feel like it is just because it's manufacturing. But then again, one thing that they kept saying in that interview is, hey, listen, you have to adapt.
You have to.
You really have to adapt.
You have to adapt to the game.
Exactly. They also adapt. Like there's sometimes where they'll do that and then they'll see, oh, it's not working. And then, okay, let's figure something else out.
Where the new tactic starts to give you diminishing returns. And then you pivot. Like right now, the space I'm in is house music. Like I've been making a bunch of house. And how those songs go viral on TikTok at the moment is it's always videos of, it's an old video of like maybe like an old school like Nike commercial ad, or like an old school ad that like of people selling like yachts or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then it's kind of sped up. This is the meta, right? This is the meta right now to make your house. This is how to make your house songs go. What I'm telling you right now is how to make your house songs go viral. You make a video like that, and then you speed it up a little bit, and then the caption is always my bro thinks he's into niche house music until I put him on to like even more niche like 90s Japanese commercial music, and then it's a sped up video of a Japanese commercial, and that's how you and I know this sounds so like weird because we're talking about how to get people to make music, but now we're talking about niche Japanese commercials videos to make your music go viral. I would say
it really, but this is just me. It just really annoys me when you go on like TikTok, and of course that's like the music promotion site now, right? And you go on TikTok and artist after artist after artist after artist after artist is doing the exact same template.
That's what I'm saying. You have to become creative. You have to be creative.
So sad.
And be like at the forefront of when these trends are going up. And then also the other thing, and I think this is like towards the end of what I would say about the whole digital marketing conversation, is you have to always also remember that people do not want to feel marketed to. So I'm telling you, you're juggling so many things when you're in the music industry.
You're cooked as an artist, man.
No, really, because I used myself as an example. Whenever I feel the slightest hint of somebody marketing something to me, even if it's good, my stubbornness will make me not want to consume that content.
That's a bit pretentious though, because then you would do that in your art to other people.
What do you mean?
Like, you would market your stuff. If you're thinking about it from the ethical point, you would market your music to them and use a lot of these tactics.
Yeah.
And engineer it not to feel marketable.
Yes. I'm telling you guys,
you're going to do.
You need to start thinking about this thing, because it's a fact. People don't want to feel marketed to. People don't gravitate to, hey guys, so my name is Afam and I just released this amazing EP. It has 5 songs.
Music out now.
You can find it on LinkedIn and on TikTok, on all these streaming platforms.
Hey, yo, marketing your album on LinkedIn is another level of desperation, bro. Like, can you imagine how desperate you have to be to go to LinkedIn
but that could
to
be
market?
a strategy, because who does that?
No one on LinkedIn is listening to music.
No, but who does a marketing strategy for LinkedIn?
Yeah.
You see, this is how you guys need to be thinking.
I like that mentality. I like it, but not LinkedIn.
No,
Leave
but
LinkedIn out of it.
Okay, but yeah, people do not want to feel marketed to.
Facts.
And two, the Gen Z generation and also like a segment of the millennial generation
Yeah.
want to feel like they're part of the process. And for me, that's one thing that I've struggled with. But millennials and Gen X's and above, like we've always had things marketed to us, and we've always just accepted like we are the end, we're the end to the means. Right? We've accepted that these things are all being marketed to us and we are consuming them and stuff like that. But the new generation want to feel like they're part of the process. They want to feel like, oh, no, but I'm also, like the way I internalize things and the way I go about like my life
I matter.
is it matters in the final product. Which is why AI is so successful right now, because AI makes people feel like they are also creators. They can also create at a level that's comparable to somebody who's been doing it for 20 years.
True.
So when you have all these things and you know all these things are happening, then that really needs to inform how you are digitally marketing your albums to people.
That's true. I mean, yeah. And also, just on a broader perspective, a lot of times I think when we talk about marketing, a lot of people just think social media posts, and it's a lot more than that.
It's way more than that.
It's a lot more than
but
that.
But the quality of the content has to be
It has to be A1.
And good doesn't even necessarily mean you have to go all out and spend all the money in the world to create something.
Good doesn't mean expensive. Yep.
Good means compelling.
Good means compelling. So the idea and the execution of the idea is what's important, not how much money you put into it.
You can make a video that's 480p, right? But because of what the video is and the context it exists in, it's good content.
True.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Like back in the day, I mean, some of the movies and music videos that we were watching were not the best quality, but we didn't know they were the best. They were not the best quality back then. Okay, partly because of technology. That's where we were technologically, but also we were invested in like some of that music and stuff like that. So it doesn't matter if it's blurry or not. Like the idea and what the artists are trying to do comes out clearly, and so we're invested.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna wrap this up by saying I think the digital marketing space is really, really like weird right now. The end all be all is not spending ads or money on ad revenue or to get ads, because they also use that as a trap. Like once you start paying for ads, they won't push your content organically.
Let me tell you, that's what happens. The moment you start doing ads, the social media gods consider you a customer.
Yeah.
And so if you stop paying them, they stop delivering. Now they overextend their lack of delivery into now your regular stuff.
I personally think there's going to be a class action lawsuit that follows. Because I can't prove it, but I am pretty sure all these guys, once you start paying for ads, and then you stop, they actively stifle your content.
Yeah, they throttle your content to force you to pay for ads.
There needs to be a class action lawsuit about that. Because that's very, very unethical from all these companies.
Yeah, we are the Purist Boys Club.
This is the PBC, and we don't go... Did you used to watch Kids Against Crime?
Yeah. These are Purists against we are cooked. Because I'm just thinking about it in my head. Like, we are cooked. How do you even go about that? The Meta has so much money. It's Instagram and it's what do you call it? TikTok has backing from everyone and governments, because they're obviously being used for ulterior motives. It's going to be difficult, but we do need to class action suit. Let's get into music.
Let us. You go first.
Yeah. Shameless plug. This is my platform, so I'll start with myself.
No. I have to do that. You guys need to listen to Gently now.
Gently now.
No.
Gently.
Gently.
Like it's like do it gently now.
No, you release the music, and this is how I'm internalizing it.
Oh, my bad.
Once you release music, you can't have any claim or control on how we feel about it.
That's like rule number 3 of the Purist
so,
Boys Club.
Guys, you guys need to listen. So Sam has an alter ego called Loosely, where he releases his music. It's usually just like very calming.
For now.
Very instrumental for now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like yeah, he released, and the artwork is really good. It's very calming, green, gently now.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was listening to it, and there's a refrain, not a refrain, but there's something that you do that keeps on repeating. It's like a specific like note, and you know what this song gave me? This song made me feel like, oh, this song is about staying alive.
Ooh.
It's about staying like, because that thing sounded like the the machine you have in the hospital.
Mm. Which
Yeah.
machine? Okay. Oh, interesting.
Because there was a frequency that kept on repeating, and I was like, "Oh, this sounds like a heartbeat."
That's so interesting how people
So I was like, "Oh wait,
things.
Sam is telling us to keep staying, keep breathing, keep going, keep pushing."
Yeah.
So I felt very, very like uplifted actually.
Yeah. Take life easy, gently now. So anyway, go check that out. I would appreciate it.
Okay, you can go now with the other reviews.
And yeah, I also did the album art myself, which I'm proud of.
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you. I was waiting. That's supposed to come immediately after. What are you doing? You're stalling. Femi One is outside. Femi One came outside. She released Bumper. It's good to see Femi One. I think she's been a little bit quiet, honestly. So it's good to see her outside. I really enjoyed Catch Flights by Chris Kaiga, Mziki, and Calligraph Jones. Mziki is one of my favorite Kenyan rappers. I think everyone still calls. I feel like he's in an underrated category. I do not know why. I don't know what he needs to do to go up a level. But Mziki is one of the artists who I think like if he locks in, it could be really, really good for us. Shout out to Martin Gessa. He released Bright. Martin Gessa is one of the only people I think doing this sound, the sound that he's doing, the rock indie sound, as well as he's doing it. And I did enjoy it. It's very good. There's very different. These days, I think we're this is a result of sort of the trending direction of music, where music is not as like there's not many different phrases or different musical pieces within that one piece. It's usually the same phrase. It's almost always a loop that a producer has slapped on there, and so it's really good to see like especially from this side of the music world, to see someone who's doing music like that, and it's like different phrases and it's different ideas and different song timings or timing signatures within a song. So shout out to Matt and everyone who worked with that. Mrumbi and Siki. Is that how you pronounce that?
I thought it's Sheke.
Sheke. Oh my bad. I'm so bad. At that. But released Bakinami. Okele Max and Masauti released Body T. Now you know what, let me just leave that there.
I have a song
Body
called
T is
Body
such a popular phrase for songs these days. Like, I'm like, why is Body T so popular?
It's because Body T, man. Ketepa.
You can't say that then repeat exactly what I said. Body T.
Ketepa.
Yeah, and then the Luti released Good Vibes. There's an album I think I listened to. Hold up, sorry, let me pull it up. Love Halisi.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was asking you in the beginning of the podcast.
Love Halisi by Jeff Hamisi. Number one, W album art. I think it was done by...
I think it's the best album art of the week.
Yeah.
Well, after Very Loosely's release. But after yours.
After mine, yeah, for sure.
This one.
Thank you so much. I think this one is the best. I think it might have been done by Kid
No.
Vote.
I'm here to speak life into you. I think yours is the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Speak more positively about yourself.
No, but okay, yeah. Anyway, Love Halisi. It's really cool, man. I love the colors. Love everything. I like the album. It sounded good. I do need to go back to a couple to it again, but yeah, a couple of songs on there sounded really great. My favorite release of this week, I'll say this, then I'll just get to it, because I mean, I really didn't listen to a lot of music like that. But my favorite release of this week is by a producer called New Funk. New Funk released a project called Kick Uyu. It's like Kick and then Uyu. And essentially what it is just a bunch of Kikuyu samples. It's a bunch of samples, a bunch of traditional sounding things in music and just put in the grimiest hip hop or experimental hip hop. I wouldn't say it's hip hop. I think it's more experimental hip hop beats over it. And oh my goodness, that would have been my pick of the week. All 11 or 12 songs of it, like it's just fantastic. Shout out to New Funk, man. What you're doing is really cool. I like that. And New Funk has been. I remember every week we used to mention New Funk, and then it's kind of gone quiet. I think he released a bunch of songs last year. But no, Kikoyo is a really strong project, and I'm here for it, man. I'll be playing that one for a very long time. It almost reminds me of, I mean, this is a big comparison, but it almost reminds me of like what Jay Dilla does in the sense of his like projects like Donuts and the way he samples stuff. So shout out to New Funk. Yeah, man, I love to see people taking sampling as an art seriously and not just like slapping a sample over it, but really manipulating it for it to work. So yeah, shout out to him. What do you listen to?
I listened to Twist by Geno.
That's very cheesy. Us doing it is cheesy, not the tag itself cheesy. The fuck that we did it together.
You didn't. Actually, I was already doing it, so you doing it was completely.
I added to the. I became the cheese.
Thank you.
I am the cheese.
Yeah, no, but you guys need to check that out. Produced by August. It's a vibe. It's one of those songs you listen to when you're just trying to, you know what I mean? Shake that bumper. Anyway, I also listened to Gandhi by Jody Faneto and Silverstone Bars, produced by Skinny Jean. That beat is hard. That beat is tough. I love Jody Faneto's flow. He has a specific flow where he like prolongs the last word that he says, and it just works. It just like goes really well. I don't know how he does it, but like. Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Jody. I also listened to Kenny and MP Jazz Beats. Like One More Chance. Like, listen, we're seeing Kenny grow into herself, like in real time.
And if there's one thing she does is the digital marketing well. She does that well.
And it goes to what Eric Musioka was saying about if an influencer could be an artist, like we just
it's done for us. It's done for us purists, man.
So I'm telling you, once Kenny really hones in on her sound, right? Because right now I feel like this stuff is very still like exploratory and experimental. But once she actually like locks in, it's over for y'all, man. What else did I listen to?
That's funny.
No, I think you've said kind of everything. Oh, shout out to Wadaglis and Hood Boys. They released the remix for Nahio Stingo. Yeah, and then I skimmed through the Love Halisi album.
Okay.
Yeah, I listened to, and I didn't know much about Jeff Hamisi, so shout out to him.
That's why I said, like, we keep discovering new artists every day, but then these guys are there.
They're there. They're just, man.
I think it's really cool though. I don't know what it is about the times we're in, but there's a lot of, I think it's just social media, but then there's a lot of, and Spotify and all of these things that really put music on the front foot. There's a lot of discovery happening. Like, as discovery is much quicker than it was back then. Back then, you'll discover an artist and then they'll stay with you for like 3, 4, 5 years. But every week now, we're getting like a project or a song from like a new artist that we didn't know about, who we like, like their music and stuff like that. So that's just very cool.
That is very cool, man. So hopefully more new artists will keep on releasing good quality music. But the song that I would like to play for the end of the podcast is Ready, Set, Go by Shad Mziki. Now, I can't tell if this is this album art like
part of the video.
No, I'm saying, is it like stock or did he actually like take this?
Yeah, we'll never know. You have to. You might have to.
Because if this is like something that they've created, like they took pictures and stuff like that, then this is sick. You know what I mean?
It would be. It's a cool concept.
I think it's a cool concept, but also the music is really, really good. Shout out to Wuod Omollo. The production is clean.
Oh yeah, it's very London-esque, honestly.
It's very London-esque.
Very London-esque.
Although London would have added way more strings and stuff like that.
That's what I keep saying. Like we need to incorporate like real instruments and live instruments into our stuff.
But London.
Sometimes,
London.
I get it because it's expensive to do.
Sometimes. Yeah, London works with session players. I was about to say he samples a lot. No, he actually works with session players a lot. in the studio.
No, but not taking away from this though. I
No,
think
yeah, we're not.
Omollo
We're not
killed it.
yeah,
Omollo absolutely
yeah.
killed
This
it.
is an amazing song. Like the vocals sounded so good, so buttery, and I love.
Buttery.
Hey, listen. I like the subject matter because you need. I think you need this type of music. Like you need music that's overly like educational, and then also you need music that's just for the vibe. And I guess Shad Mziki was in a, let's just say, romantic vibe when he was making this song. And hopefully you guys will be in a
Zero
romantic
comments from me
vibe
whatsoever.
after listening to this song.
I just this is not even talking about the subject matter, but then when I listen to like Shad Mziki on some of his music, like this is like for me you would say this song is quality, right?
I would say this is one of my favorite songs he's released.
Yeah, like this is what I think of when I think of like Shad releasing music. Like I think his voice is really unique, and there's so much he can do with that and become like a staple. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like it's pretty cool. Like it'd be good to see him explore a lot more and like make this not necessarily like sound or whatever, but then this style of music and him approaching music in this way, it would be good to see him continue to doing that. Because I think Shad, just and how he presents himself, his voice and everything, I think that he could go really, really, really far. So shout out to Shad, man.
I think so too.
Omollo.
So ready, set, go. And now that you guys have listened to Ready, Set, Go by Shad Mziki, I hope you guys have had an amazing time.
Painful.
Listening to this podcast.
I applaud your ingenuity.
Thank you so much, man. I strive to innovate. I strive to bring new things to the table and offer like new experiences, new listening audio adventures for y'all.
All right. Thanks.
And again, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who turned out for the Spotify Greasy Tunes collab. And shout out to Njerai again.
Huge shout out. We should have her up here, honestly.
We definitely should.
To kick it.
Yeah, you guys can find us on all social media platforms. Just type the 30% pod. And listen, comment what you would like us to talk about, like, because you guys are part of the conversation. So we want you guys to really like, give us more more to like, dissect, because I feel like we're all in this together, right?
Reminds me of High School Musical. Go ahead.
All in this together. I've never watched High School Musical, by the way.
How do you know that song then?
It's because it's a song that everybody knows. But I've never watched High School Musical, and I've always been very insecure about that. And I don't know if I...
Don't be.
Don't be. I'm not missing out. Mm-mm. Easy. You guys who are
just teenage drama
new to the podcast might not know, but I usually end the podcast with the 3 C's, essentially a mantra that I devised for myself that I try to follow that helps me in my journey of creativity. The first C being confidence. Always, always be confident in your art. And number 2, consistency. Consistency is better than talent. Consistency beats talent every single time. Being talented is not good enough. You have to be consistent. Always, always show up for yourself. And number 3, craft. Always work on your craft. Spare 5 minutes a day towards the things that you love. And honestly, those 5 minutes will build up to something amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. I want to end it because there's something I didn't get to say while we're out for the Greasy Tunes thing. And it's... I think during the talk, Njerai was talking about how like there's a lot more people listening. It wasn't Njerai or Agnes who was talking about there's a lot more people listening to Kenyan music now, and there's just more to do with Kenyan music. There's different platforms and more like champions of the Kenyan music. So I
think it was Agnes.
Yeah. I just want to like all the people who are behind the scenes, everything from talking about Kenyan music to creating playlists to platforming artists to
even creating divisive content on social media that we can all talk about
and actively shape our industry through these things. Like just it's very cool to see. I think the trend, I'm not say trend because I said that a lot in this podcast, but then the movement of us accepting the Costa Ojwang show was crazy. I wasn't there,
I think
but
it's
I
the
heard.
craziest that they have.
Yeah, and that's a Kenyan artist, right? Not necessarily doing like Western sounding music. So it's just very cool to see. Shout out to everybody who is platforming and pro KE music, and we're all, including this podcast, we're all doing it together. And I think it's working. So yeah, shout out to you guys, and for you guys who are listening to the music, support Kenyan artists. And yes,
Yeah, man. And you know what, Sam? The PBC approves of your message.
the PBC approves of this.
Yeah, and Sam, we'll see you guys. The PBC will see you guys on episode 192.
192. Yep.